Almost every global design competition starts by asking the same question: what are you going to build? This sequence allows designers to lock in an exciting shape early, deferring the messy consequences like thermal behavior or end-of-life disassembly to a later phase that is simply assumed to exist. Relying on a future detailing phase to solve problems treats early drawings as consequence-free artwork, though these same sketches function as binding contracts for the structure's physical performance. Dubai Design Week's Urban Commissions has spent years asking a harder question at the only moment when the answer is still cheap: what happens to the thing afterward? The 2021 Open Call put this requirement in writing. Entrants had to solve the long-term afterlife of their installation in the initial concept, rather than waiting for a technical handover after the renders were approved. Pulling end-of-life decisions into the very first drawing transforms the concept phase from an aesthetic exercise into a high-stakes structural calculation. The economic structure makes this honesty mandatory. In the 2025 edition, the winner received a single, undivided budget of 120,000 dirhams to cover everything from the first renders to final installation. Without a separately funded phase to correct errors, every conceptual iteration literally burns through material meant for the built object. To survive this budget, a concept cannot be a mere silhouette. It must be a resolved system from day one. Removing the safety net of a correction phase forces designers to treat the initial sketch with the gravity of a final blueprint. The 2025 winning project, When Does a Threshold Become a Courtyard?, proves this point through a material collage of stacked concrete blocks, corrugated metal, and palm fronds. The design functions as a thermal machine. The corrugated sheets were selected to absorb heat, driving hot air upward through a central wind tower structure. Heat escapes through the roof, pulling air inward to create a cooler space. This delta is fixed by material, not added later as finish. Two canopies can render identically, but behave nothing alike under thermal load, because performance is dictated by surface interaction. The competition calendar adds a final pressure. These thermal arguments are assessed as drawings during the peak Gulf summer, knowing the public will experience the result in the milder heat of November. Because thermal physics cannot be faked in a render, the material dictates the geometry. These rules align the design process with the actual scale and permanence of the urban plaza. Most organizations operate on a misunderstanding of the concept phase, treating it as an optimistic beginning where any decision can be revised. The concept phase is the absolute last moment at which a project can still be edited. Design decisions are cheap as a simple sketch, but brutal once they are physically tooled, so see every angle before you build. Brought to you by Depix Design Intelligence.